Hey Chris. But yeah, so when I started or planned the stream, I had no idea what we were going to build. I still don't really have an idea, but I was thinking Viking Longhouse. Because I mean, Valhalla started as a place to build Viking and Norse buildings, and then it gradually shifted into more fantasy stuff. So I want to have something again to bring it back to the Viking and Norse stuff. Because I mean, Torstedt is there's a little bit of Viking influence in that place. So let's try and make an accurate longhouse, which might not work, might work. I really want to use this one time, but I have no idea what to use it for. Like some pieces, like you want to use, but you don't know what for. Anyway. One is 12 feet in meters. I'm quickly going to look that one up. Because I don't know how to do that conversion. 12 feet in meters. Huh? That's... yeah, that can't be right. Because I always think of like this length when it comes to like a long house. Like, am I wrong in thinking that this is like the length of a longhouse? Although the house is mostly roof, or going to be mostly roof. I want to use thatched. Just because it is fun to build with. Or should I go for... That's just going to make it stand out. I don't want this building to stand out as such. Which music do you use? I also need some for a little film which I'm making for work. I use a lot of music from the YouTube audio library, which there's a lot of free music there that's you don't even have to like say like, oh, this is the artist, although there is of course music which you need to like put the artist in the description for. And the music that I'm currently using, that's Ian Grimm. He has some music that he set specific or built or yeah, I think he just basically makes music that's free for basically everyone to use. Alright. I want there to be an overhang. Oh god, game, don't glitch out on me now. I also seemingly don't understand how roofs work, because you always want to have the one above it go over the one that's below it. That's very... I want to make this building as accurate as possible. Of course, with a little bit of flair, because I will guarantee you that for most of you guys, if you try to build your house in Plan Zoo, you are probably going to spruce it up a little bit, or at least, well, maybe houses in the Netherlands are just really boring. That could, of course, also be a thing. Give me all of these pieces. Put this one there. Because this is just generally easier to build. Especially... not that much. If you want to make a roof that's slightly slanted. This might have made it less accurate, but we shall see. I do a lot of times see these buildings and then they have like this slanted roof. Although I think the last bit is a little bit too much, maybe. Correctly, connect these two. I think my mic's a little bit far away. Yeah. Seriously. That one piece of roof was not part of the group. Turn this up a bit. So, yeah, it's going to be hell to make this roof work. So let's just first do one side and see how I can make this work. faster you are building. That's what I call scroll zoning. And just going insane on Pinterest. Like, the amount of time I spend on Pinterest lately is just not healthy. Yep, it's on the lowest. And also trying to, like, before I do anything, have like a clear idea of like, alright, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to achieve. Let's see it. Although for today I didn't think I would make a slanted roof. Like, I had no idea I was going to do that. I was just like, Viking Longhouse, because we haven't done anything Norse in quite some time. Oh yeah, I need to say that tomorrow's video is going to be quite a lot earlier compared to regular videos. Because, well, it's going to be like, normally it goes up at like, what for me is 8 PM, now it's going to go up at 5 PM. So it's 3 hours earlier than usual. This part should be straight. And then we will just see how we go from here. Anyone getting Skyrim vibes off of this building already? Because I am. I think somebody just screamed outside. If you get murdered, please do it in silence. No, I think someone is just having a beer or something. Wait. That's first. Because while there is an overhang, the roof or the walls should go straight up. It also doesn't work that right now I'm playing Celtic music. It's like I don't want to listen to Norse music. Might be a bit loud though, because it's like the same sound level as my voice. Did not notice that for quite some time. Ooh, that would be nice if it like sits in there. Then auto saves. Just want to extend that. Like, you wouldn't have this usually, but I just like the look of it. Like, it's holding up the upper beam. So happy that we have these wall pieces. Just to fill in all of the gaps. And then, because you will clearly notice the difference between the two, well, wooden things. Let's just emphasize it a bit. Because there are basically two options when you have a mistake. Either emphasize it to make it look like it wasn't a mistake and intended, or try and hide it. I usually go for the second option though. I can't lie about that. If I can, I will hide a mistake much more times than use it. Or I will make turn a mistake into something pretty. I have a feeling that this stream might be quite short, just because this is going faster than I thought, actually. No one will notice a thing. You guys don't tell, I won't tell. Just do that one a little bit up, that one a little bit up, so you won't notice a thing. Oh, my pop filter is not aimed correctly. If nobody says a thing, nobody will notice a thing. Alright, and in the middle there's going to be a raised thing for the chimney, or at least to let the smoke out of the house. Would this building actually maybe have 2 chimneys just because it's so large? Ooh, that would be fun actually, 2 chimneys. Or well, it's not really a chimney, it's just something. That. Also, like, the amount of times that I forget chimneys exist. Like, they're usually not the most interesting thing of a build. So I forget them a lot. Like, you can pick up any of my buildings and say it doesn't have a chimney without looking at the building, and 9 times out of 10 you are correct. So 1. Because I don't know why. Well, besides that, they're not most of the time not the most interesting thing. There shouldn't be another. Well, there's not really a reason why I keep forgetting chimneys. I just do. I want to make this a little bit more interesting than this. Then it also needs to not be too much of like a show-offy kind of build. Because I don't know who said it. Who said it? It will eventually come to me who said it, but you need places to kind of rest your eyes. Maybe a bit further, like here. This is going to look like a face eventually. Then, because I'm not going to actually delete the roof on that place. I'm just going to fill it in with this. Raise this up a little bit higher. Just to give the idea that there's something there without actually having to build or change the roof up. Again, build smart and you will save yourself a lot of time when building. There might be one too. Yep, that lines up, so that should also be correct. Again, eventually this is going to look like a face. Whoop. Go back, go back. This might be because this is my only video game reference, but it really makes me think of Jorvaskr or Jorvaskr. The meat hall in Whiterun when in Skyrim. Alright, those are huge windows. Let's not do that. The other thing with huge windows is you need to also keep that warm. Or at least you need to keep this building warm. So if you have a lot of places where air can escape, you're going to have a tough time. I mean, that looks like a fancy window to me. There would probably be multiple doors into this building. This building is made out of... Yep, before this gets too out of hand. Let's connect these two things again. Why can't I? Of course, because of those two roof pieces. Now they should be able to, yes. Now to place the roof pieces back. Ooh, a mystery build. By the way, I absolutely loved your warthog habitat video. Thank you. Mikey? And welcome. But yeah, we're basically, whenever I say or put in the title mystery video, it's mostly because I also have no idea what I'm going to build. But we're building a Viking or Norse longhouse because, well, Valhalla has been going the way of more fantasy-like buildings, and I want to bring back more of the Viking builds that inspired this place in the first place. But I'm glad you like the warthog habitat. I kinda forgot to mention like the sails that you see in the cinematic part of the video, like why they are there, but we will eventually get to that, so I will wait with that until the next video. Yeah, notice that in games too, God of War. Yeah. It was actually quite accidental that I think I started Valhalla around the same time that Assassin's Creed Valhalla was like announced. I haven't played Assassin's Creed Valhalla because I've basically fallen out of love, I would say, with the Assassin's Creed series. Like, to me, it kind of feels like a watered down version of like The Witcher or Dragon Age by now. With just hints of Assassin's Creed. I'm not saying that the game is bad, it's just that the thing that once drew me into the games is now gone. So again, game's not bad, just not for me anymore. True, I'm kind of holding off from playing it for a while, just replaying Unity for now. I've also never played Unity. I think after Black Flag, I really stopped for a while when it came to Assassin's Creed. Like, I didn't play Assassin's Creed after Black Flag, and I've never finished Black Flag, actually. Picked up Odyssey and just... nope. Then I picked up Origins because it was supposed to be like the, well, Story-wise, I think Origins is the better one, perhaps. But yeah, I haven't played Origins too much either. It's just I don't know, like that again. That original drawing points for me just kind of went missing. It's might also be because I don't like the settings. Like I picked up Odyssey just because I really like the ancient classical Grecian setting, but then the game was just nah. I need to block this off. Where's that beam? No idea where it is. There it is. There. Yeah, I agree. They feel like from the first feel, yeah. And again, that doesn't mean that they are bad games, they're just not the games for me anymore. Like, I can really see how some people really enjoy them, but yeah, they're just not my kind of games anymore. It's kind of more like really like big action set pieces, or just more focused on the action. I don't know, just like I'm also kind of just playing because of how nice the architecture looks. I'm already taking inspiration from it for a French for a French town in Plansu. Yes. Like that's the one thing that really like that they still do really well is like the settings are beautiful. It's just that the story in them might sometimes be kind of bland. Oh wait, I can just pick that one up and do that. In a way, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like The Sims 4. It's like, the game looks great. Story, or gameplay, is... Nah. And, I mean, after playing Planet Zoo, safe, I have no issue almost at all anymore with like cartoonish looking games, because while I built really like try to get like the nitty gritty into Planet Zoo, like I always try to make it look like my buildings aren't like shiny and all of that. Like I specifically avoid objects that have a shiny look to them. Where is it? There it is. I just... Yeah... You kind of get used to some, like, art styles after a while. Yeah, this was the last pack that I bought for The Sims 4. Like, I think I stopped after university, because it was just like, alright, yeah, I buy a game pack and I have maybe fun for half an hour. And then I'm wondering why the fuck did I spend my money on this? Alright, so there. And dig it into the grounds. Dig it into the grounds. I think the last that I got was Tiny Living. They wear off quickly, yes. It's kind of like a Planet Zoo DLC. Frontier probably doesn't like me saying that, but in a way it is kinda true that you... Like, 4 animals isn't going to hold your attention for very long. Like, no matter how detailed the animals are, 4 animals just don't hold your attention for long. And I think you can see that on YouTube as well. Like, a week or 2 after the new DLC has dropped, you almost won't find any videos on YouTube on the DLC anymore. So... I never thought I would build a building like this. That's, in all honesty, like, in the time so far that I've been building Valhalla and Bashar, I have learned a lot when it comes to like curved roofs, rounder buildings, like all of that. This might not be the most realistic build anymore, but I am also building a floating city, so realism is not the highest on the priority list. American suburban style homes. I just built home exteriors that a lot of people download to furnish. I've actually never downloaded a Sims build. But then I've downloaded Planet Zoo blueprints, because just quickly stopping the recording, but it's mostly shop fronts and ships, because building ships in Planet Zoo is torture. I would rather mold an actual ship out of clay in real life than build some ship in Planet Zoo. But that might just be me. Feels like this building is still missing something, but I don't know what. And I don't want to overdo the building, because that's a very thin line that you play when you're building things. You can add one thing and it can completely throw off your building. Can I use this? No, the thing is on its side. I think I like it. Let's see how it looks placed. Because it was going to go over here. I need to terraform it, the land, of course, to it. Let's put it on like this height. Dirt selected, alright, and then just digging out the building, or half swallowing it. And then auto painting again. Yes, I copied it. Move it slightly so that it goes along with the curve of the rocks there. I really thought that this would take a much longer. You wouldn't really have a staircase going up into this building. It's not like it's... like you would just have like a dirt path going into this. Again, Valhalla is not really a zoo anymore. Well, never was. Like, I'm sorry, but also not sorry if I'm disappointing people when I'm not building realistic builds or realistic zoos. You have the lay designer and Rudy and such for realistic builds and actual zoos. I am just here to goof off and have a good time. And build floating cities. Hey, Minduk. Or stone wall. I'm going to use the wooden wall. How are you doing today? Again, this might be a shorter stream because I really thought that this would take 2 hours. And it surprisingly didn't. But right now I'm just decorating the place. The feeling I should save. Let's have some smaller trees. Like definitely pine, or yeah, pine trees, but just make them small. Small trees. the favorites because that's where I can find all the stuff that I want. Again, ever since the aquatic pack got released, I'm using these grass pieces. Even though they're supposed to go underwater, I'm just using them. No, let's not put grass so close to there. Like the side of the building is okay, but front, people would be walking there enough times that grass wouldn't really stick there. Flowers. And then oh yeah, greatest tip I can give you when it comes to plants. Make trees into bushes. Like if you want a larger bush or something, I mean you can even use this giant tree and just, I mean, I definitely use that to hide things. Or like if I can't be bothered to do terrain work, I just put a tree in. We're slowly getting to the elevation level here that you will only slowly start to find pine trees. Align it. So also just don't use the same plant continuously, but still somewhat stick to basically a palette of plants. Like you can switch it up, but make sure that you don't, well, unless you're, I would say, building like a actual zoo, because there you can really quickly change it up. If you go into like a, let's say, an Asian section, is going to have very different plants than North American section. But you still want a somewhat cohesive look to the place. Taking that huge tree away. Do I want to make this into a farm or not? Let's do a small farm here. Maybe some just a field of grass here for like sheep. So that's longer grass here. What kind of crops would they have? You just love your farms, Mr. Farty. Mr. Farty is now part of an entire family, Silver. I woke up and I had 3 little piggies. I am a happy farmer. But also, stolen carrots is a must. I really went on a rampage, like, don't you dare touch my carrots. I will bite you. But yeah, hey Silver. Yeah, no itches. No itches. And as soon as they harvest the carrots, or whatever this is, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to be a little bit lazy. Just, no, give me that. You're really going to have to make me go through this and select every single one of them. Don't you dare. So these are half buried. But I'm doing well. I might or might not join you in Valheim today because I have the tendency when I start Valheim to not stop. And that's a problem. But I really just want to get a ship and sail. Just, first of all, like, because I'm a bit ahead of you and basic Silver, like, I don't want to go over our island, farm up everything, and then you guys will have to go somewhere else to find stuff. So by this point I'm just like, alright, if I find a second base, then I can farm that area, and you guys can still be on the main island and farm that area. For like copper and tin. Although I think there's enough copper on our island still. Like, we passed so much copper on our burial quests yesterday that there's more than enough. That's true, you are addicted to Valheim. Admitting to is the first step to recovery. I didn't say I was addicted. I just say that I can't stop. Although that's actually the same kind of response that I had when I tried to basically gamble for the first time, and now I luckily had the sense of self, I think, to say, alright, I shouldn't be allowed near any like casinos because I have the type of personality that you will just go in and lose everything but still come back. Carrot field. So yeah, I think I've told that story already once while on the channel, but yeah, tried internet well, basically those cash machines things, and I really did not realize it. Luckily I realized it quick enough that I only lost 20 euros, but I quickly realized, oh, I have no sense of control when it comes to these things. I should stay away from it. And yeah, ever since I haven't gambled. Like, I know that I have like the type of personality, it seems, to get easily addicted to those things, so I'm just like, I'm staying away from it. Like, I'd rather have like a bank account that isn't crying at me. Guess that's better. Why am I secretly not surprised that you don't gamble, Silver? I mean, so far that I've met you and known you, you just don't strike me as the person to do that. Although I do, for some reason, and it might be right, might not be right, why do I always kind of think that you had like really wild college years? Like really wild. Like blackout drunk wild college years, or just something to that extent. Like, I just I did not have really wild college years. Well, that's what they all say. And then once you're 60, all the stories come out. Like, once you like lose all of your shame, which, if you really quickly want to lose all of your shame, start a YouTube channel. But yeah, the amount of stories that have come out, or that my parents started talking about, which they would have never told me in like 10 years ago even, and now they're just like, yeah. Fun to hear like how crazy your parents were. You know what I do for a living, right? Yeah, you're a hand model. Now I'm never going to lose that image out of my mind. Silver, the hand model. Show them hands. We have awakened Chris again. But yeah. We're just joking around, Chris. But actually I don't know what you do for a living, Silver. But now in my brain, you're forever going to be a hand model. Just learn to live with it, or Silver. Once you've gotten a name or something in my head, you're not living it down. Well, of course, unless you ask me to stop, because while I can, well, basically, while I will always remember that, like the hand model thing here in this case, I will never try to be like malicious and keep like going for like the same kind of thing. So as soon as I have the like idea like, oh, I'm annoying this person by this old joke, Then I stopped using the joke. I mean, humans are weird enough that within like 10 seconds there's another thing. I don't ask more. I mean, Chris, it's one of my streams. You know that it's going to get weird. I mean, I call myself a squirrel, so it's inevitable that things turn weird. I believe in Dutch you would call what I do an advocate, or advocaat. Did I get that right? Oh, like a lawyer. So you're a demon. Hey, Okapi. How you doing, mate? No, is that like the common, like, lawyers are usually, well, stereotypically seen as either angels or just spawns of Satan. But yeah, you're still like a hand model on the side for me, Silver. You're not going to lift that down. Again, unless you want me to stop, in which case I will, but just for the time being, you're a hand model. I've been lurking. You just got done with just got done with class, one more period to go. Are you watching me while you are in class? Don't do that. Those teachers are working hard. Especially now when it's, I think, for most people virtual. And you know, teachers and technology never go together. Actually, that's kind of, in my case, true. Not that I'm a teacher, don't. Nope. Nope. But, I haven't had a teacher who understood a PC. And I'm not joking, I wish I was, but so many times some classmate had to get up in front of the class and help the teacher figure out how to do things. Because it was like this big round of like making like the school boards or digital, so that, you know, you can play videos and such on the school board. None of the teachers really knew how to make that work. Like, all of the teachers were just like, some of them, like, because you have to have like special markers to like draw on that board, because it was like a whiteboard on the sides and then a digital sort of screen in the middle. The amount of times the teachers forgot to use the special markers and drew with, you know, non-erasable markers on the whiteboard. Let's just say, luckily, it was high school, which means every guy, including me, was going through puberty, which means a lot of deodorant was there. So, yeah, that's... Well, I think it's just the alcohol in the deodorant, but then you also have like... it's high school, so it's like a lot of Axe deodorant, which is really strong chemical stuff, so... Luckily this was in high school and everybody was going through puberty. And everybody had bad deodorant. Listening, I just learned about the causes of wildfires and how people shaped the forest and lush forests actually aren't the best for our planet. I mean, isn't that kinda like depending on the area? I mean, like a lush forest in Denmark is not going to really easily get caught on fire because it's like a wet forest or wet. Like when it's a very rainy place, then it's a little bit. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge on that, so. Also, just a good thing to learn. Admit it when you don't know something. Some people in this world need to learn that. Especially the ones that form anti-vax groups and then... Like, I'm pretty open towards all kinds of ideas, but as soon as it's like, oh, you are harming someone indirectly with your really weird ideas, then it's just like a firm no. Quite fascinating, actually. I had a teacher starting Rammstein music on YouTube while we're trying to get comfortable with Excel. I mean, you do have some great teachers, though. You also have awful ones, which you just want to punch in the face. This is not me advocating to punch your teacher in the face. Don't do that. Just fantasize about punching your teacher in the face if you want to. Yeah, and at least Cali it's dry and the broken branches of the forest will get caught on the fire, and the other trees are like fuel for the fire, so we want to work on bringing the patches of the... Yeah, and I mean here in the Netherlands, like... the amount of times that I've complained about the rain in my videos, will kind of tell you that there's not that many forest fires, because most of the forest is like damp in this, at least. Unless it's summer, then everything is dry. But most of the year, like every time I at least hear about like forest fires, it's in California or it's in Australia. It's like in the more drier areas. Not saying that we don't, like, shouldn't, like, how... I'm not saying that in the Netherlands or just in wetter areas we shouldn't worry about forest fires, because, I mean, there's still dumb people who will build a campfire in the forest and then forget about putting it out correctly and an entire forest burns down. Just want to put some sheep in here. Luckily we had ash raining down here last summer. I mean, the only thing raining down here is chemicals. I live very close to an industrial area. And so this morning I was like, this smells weird. Am I going to grow a second head now? But no, yeah, don't drink rainwater around where I live, because the industrial area nearby is probably not making that the cleanest. But yeah, sometimes you... What did it... Like, in like a industrial factory, like they will... Like, things collect in like the chimneys of like a factory. And so occasionally they will burn the inside of the chimneys to clean it. But you smell that. And they usually do that in the morning, which is when I do my newspaper rounds. So I smell that. So sometimes I'm like, this smells like a barbecue. It's probably the factory. It's not supposed to be dangerous, I'm just joking around, of course, but... As a child, I was always kind of scared when I saw them, like, firing the inside of the chimney of, like, the factories. Because I was just thinking, the factory is burning down, and then my father quickly said, no, they are just, you know, burning off all the, like, things that are building up in the actual chimney, like the soot and everything. Maybe some chemicals that are building up. Nice grass field. Some small flowers. Because this is where they would let their sheep graze. So you would have small flowers because the sheep would eat everything. And so. No, I don't want that tree, I want that fence. Wait, I have a... Going across... I should have a larger fence here, yes. Which is like a wattle fence. Which is basically just like woven twigs and all of that. We of course don't really have that in Planet Zoo. I don't want those trees. I just want my little fence here. Which is like a historical or historically accurate fence. They would use these fences. I mean, otherwise, like, I'm not creative enough to come up with this fence completely on my own. Also, the amount of, like, well, Netherlands, I don't think has ever gone, like, in a full lockdown where you weren't allowed to leave your house. But then, the amount of documentaries I've since watched since 2020, I have learned a lot about farming. Or historical farming. Yeah, so need to... Again, I tend to sit on my foot while streaming. Which isn't a good thing, because your foot will fall asleep. Because you're like slightly blocking like blood exit or like blood flow. Yeah, don't sit on your foot. Just don't sit on any of your body parts, basically. Same. But then it's also like, for a while you don't feel anything, and then once you like try to, like, let's say walk around again or just try to move it again, then you will merely feel like this sort of prickling sensation because blood is like rushing back into it. Which feels very strange. Let's just put it like that. It feels very strange. That like prickly sensation after you've sat on your foot or your leg or anything for a set amount of time. I can't just place some random rocks here because it's a... That's not the right one. Because it's a glacier area. Excuse me. So near a glacier you will all have random, quite large rocks. Sometimes I can't walk for like 5 minutes because of it. Yeah, and that, like, eventually the tingly side or the prickly side thing goes over, but then you're occasionally still have like a very numb foot or leg. And I've built some new... Can't ever find it. No, this. Putting it up there, that's... Yep, this is the good one. So just grabbing that one. Yeah, I built my own cart, what about it? We don't have any historical looking building pieces or just standard carts, so I have to build my own. Also placing this one here. Like a pack leg. Silver, we know you have a pack leg. Some of your clients wanted to take you out, but you wouldn't die. Like some disgruntled clients. So they wanted to tackle your source of income, your feet and your hands, but mostly your feet. I have 2 very functional legs, thank you very much. Otherwise, how could I play ice hockey? You're just very good with a prosthetic leg. Also, since I now know that you're a lawyer, can you swear to tell the truth, Silver? Hello, I can only stay for 10 minutes, but I finally made it. How's your day going? My day is going well, and I think we're only also going to stay on for 10 minutes because I finished today's build very quickly. I basically spent the last half an hour just placing plants. See, and that's why we don't trust you, Silver. I was going to say something about you being Canadian, but that might be stereotyping. That, like, Canadians are too nice to lie. But then, after knowing you for a while, I'm just going to retract that statement. Because we all know that you're like a secret psycho. You being a lawyer didn't help with any of that. I'm a very trusted person, and yes, Canadians are very nice. except you. It's like the exception that makes the rule. Now I just have the mental image of like this George Clooney like looking person having like a murder basement, which is infringing on my brand silver. I am the only exception out of 35 million people. Yes. All the other lawyers in Canada are just like, do you know that silver guy? Like, do you know that he's an asshole? And then you stab them. Murder basement, that's you, my little squirrel. Yeah, that's why you're infringing on my brands. Personal injury. Injuries that you caused. We all know you like to stab things. I feel like I joined in the middle of another random chat again. I mean, we have established that Silver is a secret psycho who's a hand and foot model on the side, while also being a demon spawn because he's a lawyer, so... yeah, you joined into a random chat. I also have literally no idea where I got like the hand model thing from. It was just like the first thing that came to mind. For some reason, the first thing that came to mind when I thought like, what kind of work would Silver do? Does this mean that you... I had a train of thought there, but it just left without me. So what's new, lol? I mean, we didn't talk about Inspector's frozen ball sack. I don't know if Silver was there for that one. Poisonblade has some very fanciful ideas about me for some strange reason. Well, they're not ideas, they are facts. You're just denying facts. I'm always like, oh god, now you're back on that weird thing. Yeah. But just in all seriousness, Silver, have you ever like had a client that you had to defend who was really obviously actually guilty, but you still had to defend the person? Because I'm always like curious, because like as a lawyer you can't just, you know, say that he or she or they are guilty, but some people it's just like really obviously that they are, and then you as a lawyer have to defend them. Or how does that go? That to me is just like a mental breakdown at any moment. Again, this is why I'm never going to become a lawyer. Not what I do. I sue people on behalf of other people, so I'm not defending people. Yeah, for me, like, the entire law spectrum is just like Law and Order Special Victims Unit. That's like literally all I can take from with my knowledge about lawyers. Which I know that series isn't the most accurate, but yeah. But hey, at least then now I know that that's not what you do. I will say I've had a number of clients lie to me, found out they ended up committing insurance fraud. So Canadians can lie. Noted. Canadians can be criminals. Alright, let's stop recording because I'm just placing plans. I like this area. Like, you have a place for sheep, you have a little bit of a crop. I want to turn this area also into something, but maybe it's like a ruined area here, like they're not really keeping up with this one. So that would mean like a broken fence. What time in the world is it for you guys? 9:30 p.m. Like the sun is fully gone down. And that. Just give me a tiny stick of 2 meters. Just as if they are slowly. Let's make it brown. Like they're taking all of the weeds out. That's too large. I want just the roots of these. Do we have some of those? That's large. That's large. That's also large. The roots. No, I did select every one of them. It's just do you play Minecraft or Roblox? Nope. Never gone into Minecraft and never played Roblox. Or at least never gone into Minecraft. Minecraft never had like a real draw on me. I think that's what in some way Valhalla draws on me, because enemies don't really go out to attack your buildings. So I can build in peace, and whenever I want to find enemies, I can find them. I mean, it's a nice area that we came up with. Some nice carrots. Don't steal them, because I will go on a rampage. A nice field for sheep or cattle, like cows or anything. With a nice view of the area. But also a slightly realistic Norse hall. What do you call it? Longhouse. Right, I have to go now as I need to make a lunch for school tomorrow. Bye everyone, have a great day. Yeah, I will also head off because I have no idea what to build next. And I don't want to start building something without having a clear idea, because then it can take forever and I might delete it because I'm not really sure about things. So yeah, with that cue, I am going to sit back up again and start saying goodbye to you guys. It's because we have done what I wanted to do and I don't know what to build anymore. So with that being said, tomorrow's video is going to be 3 hours earlier than usual because I changed it. It's going to within the hour. No, I'm going to try and sleep. Which you might still be true because my sleeping schedule is all over the place. But yeah, tomorrow's video 3 hours earlier than usual because I'm trying a new schedule. But yeah, it was great for you guys, or great to see you guys all here. Great, or I'm thankful that all of you guys were here, and maybe I might stream tomorrow because with the new schedule, I could still do something around 8, but I don't know for sure. Otherwise, it's Thursday. But anyway, again, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in another video or another stream. See ya.